Welcome to the Palm Beach State College Firefighting Training Program. Pursuing a career in the fire service is a very exciting and rewarding profession, and we're proud to have the opportunity to train you as new firefighters. Our program is 480 hours, or approximately 3 months for the day program and 6 months for the night program. The curriculum will provide you with the essential skills and vital knowledge required to become a Florida State Certified Firefighter. The program is divided into 2 parts, Firefighter 1 and Firefighter 2. You will learn the fundamentals of basic fireground operations, hazardous materials awareness, the incident command system, and much more. Individual evaluation is based on academic exams as well as hands-on practical skills. As you embark into this exciting program, you will be divided into companies and taught to operate in a paramilitary environment. You'll be evaluated on a regular basis with written exams and practical skill tests. This presentation is designed to give you a brief overview of the many skill sets, fireground evolutions, and the vital teamwork required while participating in this challenging firefighting program. Pre-entry testing. Candidates must successfully complete the Candidate Physical Ability Test, or CPAT, as well as the written National Firefighter Selection Inventory Test prior to starting the program. The CPAT was designed to evaluate an individual's strength and physical endurance. The primary goal was to develop a standard test in which all entry-level personnel would participate in an effective physical ability evaluation process. After graduating, and as you pursue employment opportunities, you can expect to undergo this type of testing process again. Physical training. The program includes regular physical training activities geared towards functional fireground tasks. This will consist of basic exercises such as push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, stretching, burpees, and running. It is essential to engage in daily physical activity during non-drill days to maintain fitness and endurance levels. If a student has areas of weakness, we recommend that you begin conditioning and building strength prior to starting the program. Drill days. The fire service can be extremely physical, and being in good condition is essential to you and your team's success in completing the tasks at hand. During drill days, all students must complete the assigned evolutions. You can expect to be in full turnout gear for a majority of the day. One company will be involved with scheduled primary evolutions, while the other companies are split into skill stations. Companies will rotate from station to station throughout the course of the day. You will either be involved in the primary evolution or working on another skill. Personal protective equipment and self-contained breathing apparatus. Personal protective equipment and self-contained breathing apparatus are the most vital equipment used in the fire service. You'll be trained extensively in the operation and use of this equipment. Expect to be in full turnout gear with your air pack on a daily basis. You'll be assigned a personal air mask at the beginning of the program. Ropes and knots. Another vital area of basic training is in the use of ropes. Students are instructed in standard fire service knots, rope rescue, lifting and hoisting firefighting equipment. You will learn and practice these knots until they become second nature. Water supply. Standard fire service hose loads, drags and carries, types of hose, water supply systems, fire hydrant operations, principles of pumping and drafting are taught. These simple yet vital subjects are lectured on and implemented into the drill field operations for the remainder of the program. Apparatus and equipment. Fire apparatus and equipment, including the Class A pumper, aerial platforms, snorkels, quints, tankers, and other fire service units are reviewed for their functionality on the fireground as well as their day-to-day uses. Students are instructed in the use and operation of basic firefighting equipment as listed in NFPA 1901 checklist, as well as fire pumps, including appropriate pressures for fire streams. Fire behavior, fire streams, and fire control. Fire behavior is broken down into a scientific approach which includes the chemical makeup of fire and the different stages a fire progresses through. Once the student understands the behavior of fire, they advance to learning the different types of fire streams and nozzles used in suppression operations. You will learn the techniques for recognizing which stage a fire is in, the appropriate nozzle to use, and methods for water application, which all have a direct effect on controlling and extinguishing fires. Now you and your team begin handling large diameter charged hose lines with evolutions that let you feel the power of flowing literally hundreds of gallons of water per minute. Extrication. Heavy hydraulic vehicle extrication equipment, including the hydraulic spreaders, cutters, and other fire service tools, are introduced and utilized in this hands-on approach to freeing the critically injured patient from a crushed vehicle. All students experience handling these life-saving tools as they're put into an emergency situation requiring them to cut apart a vehicle to extract a simulated trapped victim. These tools are commonplace in today's fire service. Building construction and forcible entry. A good working knowledge of the different types of building construction is an important aspect of firefighting safety. Understanding how different types of materials behave in heavy fire conditions is critical in the decision-making process for an effective, safe fire attack. Students are instructed on choosing appropriate tools to force entry into locked or blocked structures. Ladders. The knowledge and use of ground ladders is proverbial in being an effective firefighter. Instruction is given on the carrying and raising of common fire service ladders. Larger ground ladders require a coordinated team effort for successful deployment. Routinely, you will be handling and operating from these larger ladders. Students take to the air with a ladder climb evolution that requires you to ascend a 100-foot aerial ladder in full gear. You will also learn about operating elevated fire streams. Ventilation. Ventilating a structure is crucial to fire control and the safety of the interior fire attack crews and minimizing property loss. Students will learn methods for opening roofs, window removal, and mechanical ventilation. Many challenging scenarios involving removal of smoke and heated gases will be presented in an evolution format as well as during the live structure burn. Extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are oftentimes the fastest way to contain and extinguish small fires. You'll become familiar with all types of extinguishers and have the opportunity to attack and extinguish a live Class B fuel fire. Larger extinguishment systems will be reviewed and discussed. Hazardous materials. Much of the fire service is involved in chemical incidents on a regular basis as more and more chemicals continue to be transported throughout the nation. Initial response to hazardous materials incidents consists of 3 days training. Students will be taught the basic awareness level on hazardous materials and how to set up and operate a decontamination area. You will be part of a first arriving engine company to an unknown hazardous materials incident. Utilizing methods for recognizing and handling the situation, a team is sent into the hot zone to mitigate the problem, followed by a full decontamination process. State-style evolutions. During the final state exam, each student is tested for their individual performance. The state-style evolution consists of donning the SCBA, the hose deployment, and the 24-foot extension ladder raise, and they must be completed within a given time frame. The evaluation process uses a point system where the student starts with a perfect score, and points are deducted as mistakes are made. You're not allowed to fail any portion of the test, so you will spend much time in perfecting these timed individual evolutions required by the state. Open fires and wildland fires. In the beginning stages of the student's live fire control process, the student will be introduced to open fires. These consist of a dumpster fire, trash fire, and a wildland fire. You will gain valuable experience in stopping each of these fires, which are commonplace in today's modern fire service. Search and rescue maze, the SCBA, and smoke maze evolutions. Students are taught methods for rescuing injured or trapped firefighters, as well as techniques in searching for victims inside structures involved in fire. You will be introduced to your first zero visibility situation with the use of blackout masks. This is the first test of a person's level of awareness in this new potentially claustrophobic environment, and students are evaluated on their ability to maintain focus and self-control. Next, two-man teams embark on a challenging search and rescue assignment, taking them through a complex maze of partitions in a smoke-charged, heated atmosphere. In complete darkness, all your skills will be put to the test when you're assigned to find possible victims in a structure fire. This is a pass-fail drill, so you'll be given 2 chances at completing the evolution. Those who do not complete the search and rescue maze will be dismissed from the program. Fire simulators. Palm Beach State Fire Academy has an arsenal of propane-fueled fire simulators, including a 500-pound LP cylinder, a liquid line and shutoff valve, and a pre-piped vehicle platform. Students are presented with different fire scenarios, which include advancing on a burning LP cylinder and deploying master stream devices to protect the attack crews while they cool the burning cylinder. Crews are then assigned to attack a live vehicle fire. Candidates are taught appropriate suppression methods, the inherent dangers of vehicle fires, and are directed to the attack and retreat of the evolutions. The fire simulators meet the Florida State Fire College requirements as a certified training site. Flashover. With the flashover simulator, the students experience more realistic conditions with higher temperatures that enhance firefighters' awareness towards realizing that with total thermal collapse, turnout gear is ineffective and retreat may be necessary for survival. Gases and the products of combustion are trapped inside as flammable gases light up first in the burn module. The heated gases travel from the burn module towards the students and directly over their heads. With the roof vents open, the introduction of oxygen causes rapid ignition of the hot fire gases. Instructors explain the warning signs of flashover as it's happening right over your head. During these burns, firefighters experience incipient, free burning, flashover, thermal collapse, and post-flashover conditions. The primary goal are to teach students to recognize the warning signs of flashover and realize the limits of their protective gear. The CONEX burn. In the Palm Beach State Fire Academy Live Fire Burn Simulator, you'll be introduced to the rigors of fighting a structure fire in an enclosed compartment. The candidate will be on the same plane as the fire, just as he or she would be in the real world. The evolution serves as a prelude to the structure burn by allowing the class to practice what they've learned in the drill field in a more controlled live fire environment. The structure burn. This is perhaps the biggest and most exciting day of the firefighters training program. Students are put to the test using all the skills and knowledge previously learned. Working with surrounding communities and fire departments, a structure is located and prepped for burning. You will encounter entering and extinguishing a live fire inside a burning structure. Students are afforded time in all positions from being on the attack nozzle to giving orders from the command post. The training is invaluable as it portrays all the attributes of a working house fire without some of the more severe dangers such as toxic smoke from synthetic materials, live power sources, and other unforeseen hazards. However, it is still a real fire, and every safety measure is practiced during the entire course of a live burn day. After all students have rotated through the interior attack scenario, the structure is let go or burned to the ground while students practice techniques on protecting surrounding exposures, as well as making exterior attacks on the fully involved structure. The state exam. The state exam is a twofold process, with one part being written and the other a practical evaluation. Depending on the size of our class, the examination process will be completed in 1 or 2 days. Final scores will be available within a 1 to 2 week period. Our job as instructors is to ensure that all students are competent in the knowledge and skills required to be a successful firefighter. We have a highly talented staff with many years of firefighting and rescue experience, and our commitment to the fire service is a never-ending process. If you should decide or have already decided to pursue a career in the fire service, we believe in making you as resourceful as possible because, after all, you're the men and women in which lives will depend on. Palm Beach State Fire Academy delivers hands-on training for rescue professionals all year round. We invite you to join the thousands who have chosen to continue educating themselves through our broad range of Fire Academy programs. Contact our offices for more information on course delivery and availability. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and we look forward to training you in this challenging and exhilarating program.